The Legacy Standard Bible, the Book of Nahum, Chapter 1. The Oracle of Nineveh, the Book of the Vision of Nahum the Elkoshite. A jealous and avenging God is Yahweh. Yahweh is avenging and wrathful. Yahweh is avenging against his adversaries, and he keeps his anger for his enemies. Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power. And Yahweh will by no means leave the guilty unpunished. In whirlwind and storm is his way, and clouds are the dust beneath his feet. He rebukes the sea and makes it dry. He dries up all the rivers. Bashan and Carmel languish. The blossoms of Lebanon languish. Mountains quake because of him, and the hills melt. Indeed, the earth is upheaved by his presence, the world and all the inhabitants in it. Who can stand before his indignation? Who can endure the burning of his anger? His wrath is poured out like fire, and the rocks are torn down by him. Yahweh is good, a strong defense in the day of distress, and he knows those who take refuge in him. But with an overflowing flood, he will make a complete destruction of its place, and will pursue his enemies into darkness. Whatever you devise against Yahweh, he will make a complete destruction of it. Distress will not rise up twice. Like tangled thorns, and like those who are drunken with their drink, they are consumed as stubble fully dried up. From you has gone forth one who devised evil against Yahweh, a vile counselor. Thus says Yahweh, though they are at full strength, and likewise many, even so they will be cut off and pass away. Though I have afflicted you, I will afflict you no longer. So now I will break his yoke bar from upon you, and I will break your bands apart. And Yahweh has commanded concerning you, there will no longer be seed from your name. From the house of your gods I will cut off graven image and molten image. I will prepare your grave, for you are contemptible. Behold, on the mountains the feet of him who proclaims good news, who announces peace. Celebrate your feasts, O Judah, pay your vows, for never again will the vile one pass through you. He is cut off completely. Nahum, Chapter 2. The one who scatters has come up against you. Guard the fortification, watch the road, strengthen your loins, instill your power with exceeding courage. For Yahweh will restore the majesty of Jacob, like the majesty of Israel, even though those who empty them have emptied them to destruction and ruined their vine branches. The shields of his mighty men are colored red, the valiant men are dressed in scarlet. The chariots are enveloped in flashing steel, when he is set up to march, and the cypress spears are brandished. The chariots race madly in the streets, they rush wildly in the squares. Their appearance is like torches, they dash to and fro like lightning flashes. He remembers his mighty ones. They stumble in their march, they hurry to her wall, and the mantelet is set up. The gates of the rivers are opened, and the palace is melted away. So it stands fixed. She is exiled, she is carried away, and her maidservants are moaning like the sound of doves, beating on their hearts. Though Nineveh was like a pool of water throughout her days, now they are fleeing. Stand, stand, but no one turns back. Plunder the silver, plunder the gold, and there is no limit to the treasure. Wealth from every kind of desirable object. She is emptied. Yes, she is emptied out and eviscerated. Hearts are melting and knees knocking. Also anguish is in all their loins, and all their faces turn pale. Where is the den of the lions, and the feeding place of the young lions, where the lion, lioness, and lion's cub prowled, with nothing to make them tremble? The lion tore enough for its cubs, and strangled enough for its lionesses, and filled its lairs with torn-up prey, and its dens with torn-up flesh. Behold, I am against you, declares Yahweh of hosts, and I will burn up her chariots in smoke, and a sword will devour your young lions, and I will cut off your prey from the land, and no longer will the voice of your messengers be heard. Nahum chapter 3. Woe to the city of bloodshed, completely full of deception and pillage. Her prey never departs. The sound of the whip, and the sound of the rumbling of the wheel, galloping horses and bounding chariots, horsemen charging, and swords flaming, and spears flashing. Many slain, a mass of corpses, and there is no end to dead bodies. They stumble over the dead bodies, all because of the many harlotries of the harlot. The charming one, the mistress of sorceries, who sells nations by her harlotries, and families by her sorceries. Behold, I am against you, declares Yahweh of hosts. And I will uncover your skirts over your face, and show to the nations your nakedness, and to the kingdoms your disgrace. I will throw detestable filth on you, and display you as a wicked fool, and set you up as a spectacle. And it will be that all who see you will flee from you and say, Nineveh is devastated. Who will console her? Where will I seek comforters for you? Are you better than Non-Amon, which sits along the waters of the Nile, with water surrounding her, whose rampart was the sea, whose wall consisted of the sea? Ethiopia was her might, and Egypt too, without end. Put and Lubim were among her helpers, yet she became an exile. She went into captivity. Also her infants were dashed to pieces at the head of every street. They cast lots for her honorable men, and all her great men were bound with fetters. You too will become drunk. You will be hidden. You too will search for a strong defense from the enemy. All your fortifications are fig trees with ripe fruit. When shaken, they fall into the eater's mouth. Behold, your people are women in your midst. The gates of your land are opened wide to your enemies. Fire consumes your gate bars. Draw for yourself water for the siege. Strengthen your fortifications. Go into the clay and tread the mortar. Take hold of the brick mold. There fire will consume you. The sword will cut you down. It will consume you as the locust does. Multiply yourself like the creeping locust. Multiply yourself like the swarming locust. You have increased your traders more than the stars of heaven. The creeping locust strips and flies away. Your guardsmen are like the swarming locusts. Your marshals are like a locust swarm, encamping in the stone walls on a cold day. The sun rises and they flee, and the place where they are is not known. Your shepherds are sleeping, O king of Assyria. Your mighty ones are lying down. Your people are scattered on the mountains, and there is no one to regather them. There is no relief for your breakdown. Your wound is incurable. All who hear the report about you will clap their hands over you. For on whom has not your evil passed continually?